This is a regular LEGO clone trooper, and this is a cursed LEGO clone trooper. In this video, I'll be building a cursed LEGO clone army and building a battle between them and a legion of battle droids. First up, I took this regular clone trooper, ripped off his arms, and replaced them with these cursed triple arms. These arms look extremely cursed and look like a Kamino and experiment gone wrong. This clone is pretty overpowered now because he can wield 6 blasters at once. I also thought it could be pretty cool if I gave him 6 lightsabers, so I gave this cursed clone every color lightsaber I could, and I'm pretty sure General Grievous would be pretty jealous of him now. This clone will be very useful in the upcoming battle with droids, but he needs some reinforcement, so next I created a cursed squad of these very sexy clone troopers. These clones will be very useful on the battlefield, and they will provide a distraction for the battle droids. This clone squad needs a name though, so leave a comment below what I should name this squad. This clone trooper is the leader of the squad, so I gave her an antenna and she wields dual pistols. Next is a sniper of the team, so her helmet has a macro binocular attached and she wields this sniper rifle. Next up is a squad heavy, so she has this really cool minigun and a backpack to hold extra ammo. The squad also needs a demolitions expert, so I gave this clone a rocket launcher and gave her a grenade. Every squad also needs a medic, so this clone trooper has a backpack that fits equipment to tend to wounds on the battlefield. Finally, this clone is a squad jet trooper, so I gave her a clone jetpack. Next, I wanted to do an experiment on a clone trooper, so I filled up a container with acid and put a clone trooper in it. Check back later in the video to see what happens to this clone. Next, I wanted to build some aliens, so I made a Geonosian clone, a Rhodian clone, a Twi'lek clone, and a Chiss clone. These clones all look very cursed, but the next clones are going to make a lot of you guys cringe, as I'm going to be destroying some clone troopers. In the early 2010s, the LEGO YouTube community was obsessed with creating custom clone troopers with Sharpies. Luckily those days are past us, but I wanted to try to see if I could do a good job of it today. So I got a fresh clone trooper and attacked him with a Sharpie. I only had a black Sharpie, so I just tried to create a random clone captain or commander. He's not really based on any clone in particular, because I don't really think there are any clone legions that have black markings, but you can see I just did like a stripe down the middle and then colored in the arms. Overall, I think he turned out decent, but obviously nowhere near as good as a modern day custom clone trooper with pad printing. I tried to save this clone by using acetone to get the Sharpie off, but unfortunately I only made him even more cursed. I pretty much rubbed off a lot of the printing on the helmet and the torso accidentally, and I also rubbed off some printing off his face. So that's another cursed clone to add to the army. Here are some of the poor clone troopers I destroyed when I was a kid. Next, I took a battle droid body and turned him into a cursed LEGO clone. I think he will confuse the droids on the battlefield, but not as much as this cursed clone trooper, which uses 10 clone trooper heads on top of each other. I thought this clone looked really cursed, so I decided to make a clone that is 5 times more cursed than him by using 50 clone heads on top of each other. Hopefully the droids don't have any vulture droids in the upcoming battle, because they could fly right into his head. Now it's time to check in on the clone I put into acid. So I think I left him in here for too long, because as I tried to pick him up, you can see that he sort of just melted into my fingers. Like, I couldn't even grab him properly. The only part of him that wasn't completely melted was his hands. So you can see I grabbed him by the hands and just trying to take his legs off here, and they just melted into nothing. Then I did eventually be able to get the helmet off, but it was pretty hard to do. And after this, the plastic sort of like set and like got really hard to my fingers, and I just couldn't get it off. So I definitely would not recommend doing this at home, guys. Yeah, not a good idea at all. Next, I created this really cursed looking clone who uses some arms as legs, and he looks more like a rabbit. So I reckon this clone will be hopping onto the battlefield. Then, using a similar technique, I created this clone who looks a little bit like a monkey. So I reckon I'd be able to use him to climb the clone from before who has 10 heads. Then I made another really tall clone who uses 5 pairs of legs. And then I made this clone who has 3 different heads, 2 of them growing out of his arm. Now that I've got my cursed clone trooper army ready to go into battle, I thought I should make a few cursed battle droids for them to fight against. First, I gave a B1 droid some super battle droid arms, and then I gave a super battle droid some B1 droid arms. After that, I made these few monstrosities, and then I took a tri-droid and extended his legs using some other tri-droids. Now that I've got a cursed droid army, it's time to create some really cool battles. I will be building 3 different battles. First will be the Battle of Felucia, After that, I will build the Battle of Mygeeto, and finally, I'll build the Battle of Ryloth. So for the Battle of Felucia, I decided to use the Sexy Squad. I put the Jet Trooper up the top here and all the other clones there, and I also put some of these cursed battle droids to fight again. If you guys like the look of this scene, make sure you check out the video where I build this mock, because I'm building every single Order 66 scene out of Lego. So this is a Felucia episode, so make sure you guys check out that full-length video if you like this. But I'm really happy with how this first battle turned out. Now let's jump into the Battle of Mygeeto. So for the Battle of Mygeeto, I thought I would make it a showdown between this clone with 6 arms and General Grievous, because obviously General Grievous is very, very jealous that he can't wield 6 lightsabers at once. So I pretty much placed them fighting each other, and I had a little fight between them. Tell me who would win in the comments. Would General Grievous win, or would the Clone Trooper win? But I thought I'd make it a bit more of a battle, so I added in the alien squad of Clone Troopers, as well as a few more cursed battle droids. Don't ask me how that battle droid with 2 legs fires his weapon, because he doesn't have any arms. But anyway, I made this a bit of a battle, and just like with the previous mock, if you guys like the look of this scene, this is also part of my Order 66 series. This is the Mygeeto one, so make sure you check out that if you like. But now that I've created 2 cursed Clone Wars battles, we can finally go into the final cursed battle, which is the Battle of Ryloth. So for the Battle of Ryloth, the Separatists sent in their really tall Tri-Droid, so the Republic sent in their tallest clone as well, which was the clone with 50 heads. He tried to headbutt the Tri-Droid, but it didn't really work, and he ended up in about 5 different pieces, so he died. So after that, the Republic sent in their Rabbit Clone Trooper. He tried his best to climb up the Tri-Droid's leg, but he ended up just getting shot and killed pretty quickly. So finally, the Republic sent in their clone with 5 legs, but he just got stepped on and killed. So after that, the droids sent in all their reinforcements, so the clones did the exact same thing, and this is the final Battle of Ryloth. So this mock looks pretty cool as well. There's this clone here with the 3 heads who can't really hold any guns, so he just pretty much headbutts everyone with the heads on his hands. But my favourite part of this mock is the trees. I think the tree design is actually really cool. It uses like those curved tree trunks that is very prominent on Ryloth. So this is the final battle. I'm pretty happy with it overall. And here is all 3 of the cursed Clone Wars battles. Let me know in the comments which one is your favourite. My favourite is probably Felucia here, or maybe the Mygeeto one, because I really like the lightsaber duel between General Grievous and the Clone Trooper. I still need to know a name for this clone legion of sexy clones, so if you guys have a good name, make sure you comment it down below, and the name I like the most will end up being the winner. And if you guys like that clone squadron enough, then I might end up bringing them back for future videos. Just let me know. If you guys have your own ideas for cursed clone troopers that you think are better than mine, make sure you send me a picture on Instagram, and if I like them enough, then I'll probably give you guys a shout out and post your cursed clones as well. So thanks for watching, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you check out this video where I build the largest clone army I can within 5 days, or this video where I show off my entire clone trooper army.